Got to say.
Yeah, of course. It's not Liam, is it?
No, it's fine. Well, as fine as it can be. Actually, I'm thinking about selling the factory building. I just wanted to give you first refusal. You know, I can give you a week or so.
A week? A week, a month, a year. Like, Stephen bled me dry. It's just not possible.
Then I'm going to have to put it on the market. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
No, not really.
What's the matter?
It doesn't matter.
No, go on.
Garage just told me he needs to sell the factory building, so...
Oh. And can you not afford it?
Well, maybe in a parallel universe where your great-uncle didn't steal my money, then maybe I could.
There must be some sort of paper trail.
Oh, here she is, Sleuthy Bethany.
What have the police said?
The police, they trawled through Stephen's journal, my laptop. There is no trail, OK? The trail doesn't exist.
Where is the journal now?
Well, Audrey's still got it, I suppose.
Right. Well, I hope everything works out for you.
Yes.
See you later.
Glenda, could you ring that bell?
What, that one there?
Yes. Well, I've got an announcement.
Well, bring your own bell and ring it.
Get on with it, then.
The, next round's on me.
You watch the cobwebs fly out of his wallet now.
Me and my delightful wife, back together.
Delightful.
Shut your face.
Yeah, pipe down, Timothy.
Right, well, I'll go and get a booth, get me something expensive, eh?
OK.
Want to change the habit of a lifetime, eh, Tracy?
Thank you, Dev.
Yeah, congrats, both of you.
Yeah, if you're both in it for the right reasons, then who are we to admit surprise? Bafflement.
I think I left a candle burning on the side.
Oh, Tracy, you want to go and check that out?
You don't say. Excuse me.
Oh.
That looks serious.
What does?
What? Maria in the booth at 12 o'clock.
You'd make a good spy, Glenda.
Mind you, Daisy will kill me when she sees Bethany's back.
What's going on, mate?
I'm leaving him, Tim. That's what's going on.
Are you all right, Tracy?
Carla, not that it's any of your business, but yeah, I'm absolutely fine, thank you.
Happens all the time. Randomers coming in for a coffee, sticking go up at the weirdo behind the counter. Cheaper than going to the zoo.
It's them that belong in the zoo.
Half the time he doesn't even realise. And when he does, when they actually say something nasty to him, it just comes as a complete surprise.
That's because he's a sweet but foolish man who still believes in human nature.
Just wish there was more I could do.
And we really appreciate everything you're doing, honestly.
He's still getting funny phone calls, too.
I've stopped picking up. And of course he won't leave it ringing. Worries it might be something important.
What kind of things did they say to him? Because he won't tell me.
Not very nice things from what I've taken.
Right. You're curly. Thought you'd be out all house with your new busy mate.
Well...
Dinner parties. Even I don't have dinner parties. Who has dinner parties anymore?
Well, can't cook.
Which is why I don't have dinner parties. So how was it?
Carnage.
I knew it. Close out cat fight between Bethany and Daisy, was it? I'm thinking like Alexis and Crystal from Dynasty. Oh, you're too young to remember that, aren't you?
Hey, you don't have to tell me about Dynasty. I worked my way through your box set when I was busy being a recluse. John Collins got me through many a sleepless night.
Oh, you mucky pull. So come on then, what happened?
Well, for starters, Bethany slammed this old journal thing of Stephen's onto the table like at the end of Midsummer Murders, like that. Aha!
Stephen's journal?
Yeah.
Bethany asked me about that. I thought it was still with Audrey.
Well, apparently she threw it away and Daisy took it. She thought it might help Jenny make sense of what Stephen did.
Daisy took it out of Audrey's bin?
Yeah. Anyway, so Bethany started to rant and rave and she'd had a bit to drink by then. Well, we all had, to be fair. Anyway, she said that there must be something in it that helped them find the money that he stole off you.
What? How did Bethany even know that Daisy had this journal?
Search me. Oh, and the best bit, she said that's how they bought the pub, because she reckons the money definitely never came from Christina.
What's she even playing at? I mean, Jenny's family. She's my stepmom.
I know. I told you, Bethany's off her head. Even Daniel was embarrassed. It was him that said they should leave. Right, I'm going to jump in the shower.
No, whoa, wait, Ryan, please, just one sec, let me get my head around this. So, Bethany thinks that Jenny and Daisy found out where my money is from that Nutter's journal and then somehow got their paws on it and bought the pup.
Bonkers, right?
Oh, hi, Jenny. Hey, do you want coffee?
I'm not stopping.
Another one to go, then, please, Bernie, thanks.
Okay.
You must be still clearing the blood up, aren't you?
Not literally, I hope.
No, a little birdie told me it got very messy, very accusational, very knives out at her place.
Steady Bethany. She's got some imagination with a drink inside her.
That's journalist for you.
Yeah, she had to be carried home.
Get your rocks off.
I beg your pardon?
Well, Big Bobby Gillespie. No, I might start with that and see where the evening takes me. Mondays or maybe something a bit left field. Like left field. That's karaoke.
Ooh, wild horses wouldn't drag her.
Yeah, no, I wanted speed dating again, you know.
Oh, that's even worse.
Thanks.
Right, we'll walk you out. Hey, tell me this is the face of go-getter.
You're the OG of go-getters.
Right, well, good, because I've got to impress this client. You know, Rena Stebson, her dad used to do the markets with my dad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, a year ago, I wasn't taking the calls, but now, beggars can't be choosers, can they?
Yeah.
After all you put me through, you think I despise you, but in the end, I want to think.
Hey, the Renata, my Renata.
Sit down, I'll stay for 5 minutes, get you all around, then I'm going. Can't stand karaoke.
My mum, he doesn't like a good old sing-song.
Organised fun, me, I don't.
Enough! You were. I asked you to do a job. You didn't ask, though, did you? You ordered me around like you always do. We are in this together. Yeah. Remember? Well, you carry on with this little display, and we will be. We'll be up a creek together. We'll never, ever dream.
Do a solo, do a solo.
Excuse me, hello? Can you cool your jets? Right, you'll clear the pub out if you're not careful.
Yeah,
What's going on?
what does she care?
What? I don't know. I don't know, Ryan. It's hormones or it's jealousy. Just don't ask.
Don't tell me, you've ripped all the heads off the flowers.
Felt like it.
Including Daisy's. She really knows how to push your buttons, doesn't she?
Well, you know, she's a silly little madam, and she don't think we're supposed to be a team, a united front.
Hate to break it to you.
Epic fail tonight.
Yeah? Was it about Bethany?
She's another silly little girl with too much to say for herself.
It's funny, I thought she was brighter.
Well, think again. I mean, you heard all that rubbish she was spouting, didn't you? I mean, she's meant to be a journalist. She should bone up on her libel law.
Yeah, that's what I don't really get. I mean, every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street knows that you can get in deep doo-doo slinging wild allegations like that about.
Well, Daniel tried to tell her.
But she wasn't having any of it. It's funny, isn't it? When you get blamed for something you haven't done, you still walk away feeling guilty. Or is that just me?
She hates Daisy. You know, that's the top and bottom of it.
Oh, come on, there must be more to it than that, surely, Jenny.
Well, she's probably thinking what she could have had inheritance-wise, you know, because even divvied up across the family, Stephen's money.
My money. That was my money. Not Stephen's. That was my factory, my staff, who are still struggling to make ends meet. I mean, maybe that's who Bethany was fighting for. You know, the poor beggars who got shafted through no fault of their own. Something really doesn't smell right to me, Jenny, and something else was driving her, and I guess I have to hear it from the horse's mouth.
No, don't. I'm sorry, we were always going to pay it back. I'm sorry.
You, I mean Daisy, yeah, but you!
I should never have listened to her. I was just so desperate to save the Rovers.
Oh, and screw everybody else. That was my money!
And we will pay back every single penny.
How come you managed to succeed where the police failed, eh?
Because Daisy, she found a postcard in Stephen's journal, and she managed to work out the password from there.
Oh, well, that's all right, then. I mean, if £250,000 of stolen money just lands on your lap, then it'd be rude not to, wouldn't
I
it?
promise you we will pay.
Get your hands off me!
Carla, I wasn't in my right mind. Carla!
Oi!
Hey, up, incoming.
You! Back room, now!
Oh, will everyone stop barking orders at me?
Any chance we could just dial it down?
Not a chance, right? I presume you want to do this in private, do you? No? Right. Hey, Sal, give us that mic. Honestly, you're all going to love this. It's proper juicy.
Daisy.
Oh, come on, we're enjoying that. Spoil sports.
Ryan, you really need to ditch her. You need to ditch this lying, thieving,
no,
greedy
no,
little...
stop. Don't talk
How's
about
your
it
bank
like that.
balance, Daisy, eh? You been smashing the cash?
Sorry?
Game's up, love.
What's she talking about?
We borrowed.
Stole! You stole my 250k that Stephen Reed stole from me.
No.
Look, it's not as bad as it sounds. It was a lifeline. It was to save the pub. It was to save jobs. Daniel had just split up with me. You were moving to Glasgow.
Are you for real? You encouraged me to go.
Oh, she spins a right good yarn, does Daisy?
Ryan, I had lost everything.
I know the feeling!
No, we're going to pay it back, Carla. Every penny, with interest.
Shut up, Jenny!
I mean it.
Go on then, how much? How much are you going to pay me back a month?
500.
500?
Yeah.
247 grand, five... That's over 40 years! I mean, what? I can blow the last installment on a mobility scooter, can't I?
Then I'll find another way. I'll get my hands on a lump sum, because there's about 15 grand left. Well, at least I want to make things right. You talked me into this.
Because I really had to hold a gun to your head.
And she just chipped away at me, Carla.
God, you have never been more pathetic.
You're as bad as each other. I'm going to the police.
Any luck?
No, too busy, understaffed, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe we've been here half an hour.
Maybe it's a way of reducing paperwork. People eventually lose the will and go home. It's not a bad idea, that, to be honest. Why don't we just come back tomorrow morning?
No chance. Those pair have been sitting on their dirty little secret since before Christmas. They've served me drinks with a smile. I flaming tip them. See what the gall, the arrogance.
It's bad, I'm not gonna lie.
Entitlement. You know, they decided that I would be absolutely fine without my $250,000.
What do you reckon will happen?
No, they both need locking up.
Are you serious, really?
Yeah. Are you asking me whether I'm serious?
Well, what they did, I mean, next level, no doubt, but...
No buts, Ryan. Look at Roy. He is totally innocent. He's been trolled left, right and centre, and look, his life's a misery.
To be fair, that's not down to Daisy and Jenny.
No, I disagree. I mean, society's whacked. With too many Daisies and Jennies thinking that they're entitled to what isn't theirs. At least Jenny had like a sliver of conscience. But yeah, well, the pair of them get a custodial. After I've finished telling the police chapter and verse what I know, I'm quietly confident they will. You get off, I'll be fine.
I'll be daft.
Your loyalty will be rewarded by a bells and whistles kebab, Ryan. So, fine. Hey. It's fine. It's about Daisy, isn't it?
I know she's in the wrong.
But I love her.
In a word. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm mad as hell with her. Not just for the stealing, but the lies. She's just lies. But I still, you know.
Don't do this to me, Ryan.
Don't do this to me, Carla, please. Please.
This isn't fair, you know.
I know. I know. We both should be banged up. But I'm begging you. Don't do this. Please. She didn't report you.
Thank you. Thank him. Or, Ryan's in love with you. Can't say I can see the appeal myself, I mean. But then again, love is blind. Or in this case, lobotomized.
We are so grateful. Your dad would be so...
Don't do that.
No, I was going to say that he would be so deep...
No, I'm not interested in your emotional speeches, Jenny. Deeds, not words.
Absolutely.
Whatever it takes.
Right, well, you're sacked.
What?
You heard.
You can't do that.
I just did. Until you two pay me every single penny back. This place is now mine, okay? And if you think I've wronged you, you can take it to the police.
Right, and what about Jenny? Is she sacked and all?
Oh, Ryan. I can tell why you're smitten with her. I mean, she's just gorgeous, isn't she? Jenny is hanging on by a thread, okay? Get out my sight. And cut up that credit card.
She won't dare use it again.
Oh, come on, Ryan. Normal rules don't apply to her, do they?
You've been really greedy, selfish cows, Carla, and I'm so sorry. You deserve better.
Well, I hope they're not on the house. I am the house.
No, these are on me. I owe the till. 13 quid.
247,013 quid.
Which you will get back.
Every penny, yeah, you've said. There really is honor among thieves, isn't there?
Oh, man, the whole thing's crazy.
So how do you want to play this? Because obviously now you're the boss.
I have no desire to be head of cheese and onion. I have no appetite for any of it. But until you pay me back in full, this is my pub now. Or I do go to the police.
No, you will get it back. I promise.
I'll be going through the books with a fine-tooth comb. So are my accountants.
Of course.
And you can pay for the accountancy fees, you and Daisy.
Absolutely.
Just so we're clear. I don't trust you anymore, Jenny. And I don't like you. But I suppose I'm stuck with you.
And just to be clear, I am so grateful.
Well, we'll go through the repayment terms tomorrow. You coming, kiddo?
I'm gonna hang around here. I need to talk to Daisy.
I don't suppose there's any point in telling you to run a mile, is there? No. Don't know. Sorry, so what were you saying?
No, I just thought of going into work for an hour. I need something to distract myself. Waited for this day for weeks, and now it's finally here.
How's Liam doing?
Yeah, he's okay, I think. It's hard to tell he keeps it all in, you know. I'm just glad that he gets to do it all on camera and he doesn't have to face that. I don't even know what he is.
Mason? I've got a few choice words I could call him.
Don't get me started.
All right, well, listen. Give me a call later, hey? We can go for a drink or something.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how we get on in court first.
Yeah, but I'm sure everything's going to be fine. He'll get locked up and Liam can start to get on with his life, can't he?
I'd like to think it was that easy.
Okay.
See you later.
I'll message you my details over later.
Okay, and I'll get what's left in Stephen's account transferred as soon as.
Yeah, good. What's that?
3 handbags, a pair of sunglasses, the luggage set and some lash curlers, all returned. Before you count it, it's not everything, but what I can't return, I will pay you back for. Eventually.
Daisy.
No, I know. I'm not getting my job back, and I'm not asking for anything, really. I did a bad thing, and I know that. But I'm the one that's walking away from this with nothing, so... it's a bit of karma, isn't it? I'm sorry, Carla.
There you go.
So you got my bank details through then?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I was going to make the first transfer tonight because I just didn't
No, I wasn't tacking the whip. I just wanted to make sure that you got my message.
Hey. Hello, Daisy.
Hiya, Rita. Of course, the main thing now is that I've got the readies, you know, to take Gary up on his offer.
Gary?
Oh, did I not tell you? Yeah, Gary, he's got to sell the factory building and he offered it to me. Of course, I wasn't in the position to take it on, but now I am.
Oh, well, that's great news.
Yes, it is good news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, the deal would probably already be done and dusted, you know, if certain people hadn't got sticky fingers.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that she's learned her lesson, eh? Because, you know, I would never have gone along with it, but she just knew exactly which buttons to press.
Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, she is a real manipulative little cow, and I know she was in the driving seat. Of course, you only have to look at the way she treats Ryan to realise what a piece of work she is. But you, Jenny, you're a big girl.
Yeah. Do you want a drink?
No. I'm going to work.
Okay.
You will take care of the other thing I mentioned?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sort it, yeah.
Very serious expression, Carla.
Well, I've had some very serious decisions to make, Nicholas. You know, buying the factory building back is all well and good, but it's still going to make my eyes wash, right?
Okay. Well, let me know if you need another one of those.
Oh, hey. Right, you've got 5 minutes, literally. Sarah's gone AWOL and my phone won't stop ringing, so...
No problem. Okay, so I need both of your input. I respect you both as business women, and I think you're both really smart.
Aw, thanks, Si. That's really sweet of you.
Well, it's true.
Well, now you've got 10 minutes, see? Well, I've always got extra time for a bit of an ego boost. Come on, then, what's this business plan?
Well, Si's got an idea for a new app.
Yes, I've been thinking about a new food delivery network.
Right, but, like, aren't there already loads of them?
Correct. But this is more locally based.
So, a more personalised service?
Yeah, exactly. It would involve the shops and the restaurants more. Maybe they'd be able to connect with the regular app users more directly.
Isn't it still a very saturated market, though, Si? Plus, you'd also need money, wouldn't you, to design the app?
I know.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, flesh out your idea, turn it into a proper business proposal, and then we'll start talking financing. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, definitely. So you think it's got potential?
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, Si.
Well, I'll take that.
Oh, no, it's Nina.
What is it?
I mean, look, this is Roy's sanctuary, isn't it? She's turned it into a target.
Well, I know, he feels violated, he must have.
Frankly, I don't think he knows what he feels at the moment.
Roy has a visitor.
Are you joking me?
I need to speak to Mr. Cropper.
You don't think this is bordering on harassment, do you?
A complaint has been made by Alice McDowd.
Really? She was threatening him. She had her phone in his face and she fell over. I mean, I was there.
All I know is Miss McDowd is being treated for a head injury sustained earlier today.
She can't be too poorly considering she's been posting on a blog every 5 minutes.
Well, that's as maybe. Now, please, I have to talk to Mr. Cropper.
Why? Why do you need to speak to him? I did it.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. I did it. I was just defending Roy, and I just, I just pushed her over. So,
Evelyn!
Eh? Yeah, so if you want to arrest anybody, you better arrest me.
Is what she's saying correct?
Yeah.
No. I'm responsible.
In that case, I'll have to continue this questioning at the police station.
Try not to worry.
You know that's impossible.
This is unacceptable. I mean, it should be me that's arrested.
Nobody's being arrested.
But I'm just going to need to take a statement from you.
Right, I'll give you a statement. Take a long walk off a short pier.
Evelyn, they're just trying to do their job. Roy, let me help you. Don't say a word to anyone until Dee Dee gets there, OK? Right?
I don't know why you didn't just stick to my story.
Because it wasn't the truth.
Well, who cares?
I care.
I'll follow you then down the police station.
That won't be necessary.
Well, I just want to help.
Yeah, except you're not helping, are you, Evelyn?
Are you blaming me because I'm just trying to protect you?
Well, I wouldn't need protection if you hadn't insisted that I leave the safety of my own home.
That isn't fair.
Well, fair or otherwise, it's a fact. Right. I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Well, Miss McDowd claims you attacked her.
That is not true.
She's saying you pushed her.
She lost her balance.
As confirmed by Evelyn Plummer in a statement.
Yeah, well, you'll excuse me if I take a statement with a pinch of salt, given she also tried to claim responsibility.
Against my wishes.
Duly noted.
I have nothing to hide.
Good. So tell me what happened.
I asked Miss McDowd to stop filming me. And when she refused, I relieved her of her mobile device.
You grabbed her phone?
She tripped and fell as she attempted to retrieve it.
That's all?
As far as I can recollect.
Would you say she instigated the confrontation?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Did you feel she was trying to provoke you?
Yes.
In what way?
It's all in the video.
Yeah, I'd rather hear it from your client, if you don't mind. Exactly how did Miss McDowd attempt to provoke you?
Amongst other things, she suggested that I was somehow responsible for my wife's death.
Hayley Cropper. She passed the pancreatic cancer on the 20th of January 2014.
I've read the coroner's report. No evidence of foul play. I'm sorry for your loss. And this incident, it occurred after you discovered Miss McDowd had gained access to your home under false pretenses.
Yes.
How was that achieved?
She claimed to be Kerry Bolton.
Lauren Bolton's mother?
Yes.
And you invited her to stay the night?
Yes.
A complete stranger whom you'd never set eyes on before?
I had no reason to suspect any deception at that point.
And yet you were deceived. Not to mention humiliated. I mean, she even videoed you sleepwalking. How did that make you feel?
I felt foolish.
Just foolish? You weren't even a little bit angry?
Obviously, yes.
Because she'd violated your home?
Yes.
And tried to tarnish the memory of your beloved wife?
Yes.
That's a lot to process. You wouldn't want to lash out in those circumstances.
As I have said previously, I did not attack that woman.
Just like you didn't attack Mr. Gary Windass with a cricket bat on the 26th of December 2014. Actual bodily harm. Turns out, Roy, you've got quite a temper.
Where's Roy?
They've refused him bail and they're holding him overnight.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything wrong.
The woman's injuries suggest otherwise.
I was there. She tripped over the pavement.
Awkward, is this more?
Yeah, after making false accusations about Hayley.
And scheming and lying to get into his flat.
Exactly. Why aren't they arresting her?
Because a civil trespass is not a crime.
Yeah, but still. I mean, I'm still surprised you didn't manage to make bail, and for what? Like a common assault at worst.
That's not why they've refused bail.
Then what? Not ABH. Not for that incident way back when with Gary Windass.
What's ABH?
Actual bodily harm.
It's not ABH.
What is it then?
Roy's bail was conditional on him committing no further offences.
What are you saying, Dee Dee?
The police and the CPS have just been waiting for a reason to pull the trigger. And this latest incident passes something called a threshold test.
Can we have this in plain English, please? What has Roy been charged with?
Murder. They've charged him with Lauren's murder.
I could be over this counter and right through the till bar now. He's just nipped home to get a bag of...
Hey, Carla Barlow, I've just got your email about delaying the delivery date. I mean, call me.
That'll be a no to the delay, then.
What?
Well, it's hard not to overhear when you're getting a headmistress vibe. Hey, are you okay?
Oh, no, not really.
They took Roy in, didn't they?
Yeah. How's it gonna go, Wendy?
Oh, just text those clients and tell them you think about it. Deal with it tomorrow.
It's Nina. Roy's up next for his bail hearing.
Go on. No point in hanging around here.
I don't know whether I can see him in the dock, you know, I'll go to bits.
Oh, you won't. Well, you might do. But at least he'll see how much he matters to you.
No, he won't. He'll see how scared I am that he won't make it if he goes to prison. That's what he'll see.
Hey, you are going to go, though, right?
You on your own? Evelyn's gone to the bar.
Have you seen Roy?
Not allowed. And has Fizz got your number because she keeps texting me asking for updates and I can't concentrate.
Yeah, see?
Hi, Bernie. Freddie? Why, what's happened to him? I bet he knows there's something going on, doesn't he?
What's this?
Does someone need to come home?
What's to do with Freddie?
Apparently he's just lay there. Doesn't seem right. Right. Hang on, Bernie, I'm gonna have to go, yeah? Okay.
Is Roy gonna get bail or...?
He's innocent. Okay, it's my job to make it impossible for the judge to ignore that.
Yeah, when's his case coming up? Because, I mean, should one of us go back, you know, if it's serious, Freddie?
Look, don't tell him about Freddie. I mean, Freddie's gonna be fine.
Look, he's up next. And he sent this.
Can you tell him that Bernie's made the veg chili for his tea, the special?
Of course.
You all right?
Yes. Yes, good. No. I mean, last time he sent us letters, it was because he wanted to know, us to know how he felt, right? Because he thought he was going to die. Given a perp, hadn't he? I fear it has been my naivety, perhaps, and my arrogance, to assume that being innocent, being underlined, means one will be seen to be innocent. I have been unkind to people who have counselled me against certain actions. Nina, Carla, for this I apologise. Evelyn, I wish you to know that your friendship has been... I can't do that.
The word that comes to mind is, essential. For my lack of appreciation and my ingratitude, I am truly sorry. Dee Dee informs me that I should stop writing now. Yours, Roy.
Calling on the case of Royston Cropper.
You know, somebody should go and check on that dog. Fred, if you know, for just at least for Roy. I'll go.
Mr. Cropper is a danger to the public. Let me repeat that.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Addis.
She doesn't like him. She's not the only one.
Murder. The allegation against Mr. Cropper could not be more serious. It's surprising that bail has been granted thus far, considering the overwhelming forensic and circumstantial evidence, which I will detail shortly.
Of course you will, you smug.
It includes financial transactions, fingerprints on a condom wrapper at the victim's residence, an attempt to clean the crime scene, and no verifiable alibi. Yesterday, Mr. Cropper was further arrested for a violent assault on a 38-year-old female. I imagine Mr. Cropper's advocate will attempt to dismiss this violence as out of character, a response to pressure, perhaps. But these incidents are far from isolated. In 2014, Mr. Cropper was convicted of assault, causing actual bodily harm. The victim, a young man, was attacked with a cricket bat. In addition, Mr. Cropper has previously been arrested for abducting a child.
Well, that's not true, is it?
It was Wayne.
He absconded.
A foster kid. I mean, he did it to protect him.
With his then partner, Hayley Cropper, formerly Harold Patterson.
Oh, yeah. Bringing Hayley's dead name.
I'm not listening to this.
Although these charges were eventually dropped, it is evidence that Mr. Cropper has a history of flouting the law and absconding.
There is a received expectation that even if concerns raised can be addressed, explained, dismissed, that a cautious approach is a sensible approach. That remand is the safest option. But safe for whom? And at what cost? Your Honour, Mr. Cropper is a vulnerable man. Mr. Cropper is also an innocent man.
Yeah, go on, Dee Dee, you tell them.
Something which must be presumed until proven otherwise in a fair trial. I can attest that this innocent man has undergone terrible abuse, both in person and online. Accusations, harassment, and relentless pressure have become his daily experience. He's endured slander, betrayal, and extreme provocation. I've collated in the documents provided evidence of the terrible online aggression targeting Mr. Cropper, as well as statements regarding the in-person abuse he has endured. Let us not compound these cruelties by sending him to prison without trial, the impact of which on Mr. Cropper's already fragile mental health cannot, should not be taken lightly. Place whatever restrictions on his movements yourself and the police see fit, Your Honour. But I strongly urge you to come to the only just decision. Let his innocence be tried in court fairly and properly. But until then, let us not add to his torment. Grant him bail.
The last... Mr. Cropper, please stand. I have listened with care to both representations.
Dee Dee done enough. She's got to have...
I have considered your recent and also your past behaviour and the well-being concerns raised by your counsel. I have come to my decision. Mr. Cropper, I cannot be confident that if released you will not commit further offences or cause harm to others. Therefore, bail is refused. You shall appear in this court again on a date to be determined. Until then, you shall be remanded in custody. Take him down.
No. Roy, she's incompetent. How can it be to get an innocent man bailed? Roy,
This is so unfair.
it's okay.
Is Freddie okay? Yeah, that's something, I suppose. No. No, he didn't get bail.
How could you let this happen?
I'll have to call you back, Carla.
He will get one phone call. You tell him this is not over. No. We will keep fighting.
He's not gonna last 2 minutes.
She did her best.
Oh, we needed somebody else. Somebody better.
What happens now? Where is he?
He'll be on his way to the prison to be processed, and then he'll be allowed to make the call.
What do I say to him?
I'm sure he'll just be glad to hear your voice, Nina. I'm sorry.
I put sugar in for shock. Need brandy, really.
That CPS bloke was an arrogant, entitled get. I mean, it was all about winning, not about what was right. I can't believe Dee Dee didn't manage to take him down.
She did everything she could. You didn't see her.
He looks so lost.
Sorry, love, we're closed. All right, come back another day. More than welcome then. Thank you. Right. You two need a drink. So text Evelyn and tell her to follow us once she's sorted Freddie out.
Take your phone. I want to speak to him if he rings.
Well, we all want to speak to him. We'll get the pub to do a full-on Chumbawamba. Yeah.
Same again.
I think I better go home.
You have done nothing to be ashamed of.
It's just another day at work to them, innit?
Yeah, well, they get paid either way, the legal eagles.
I'm sorry about Roy, but no judge is going to risk bailing a man suspected of murder who then goes on to commit assault.
Except he didn't.
Sorry, he's accused of assault.
Hey, can't they arrest this Alice and get to tell the truth?
I'm not sure even that'd fix things. Look, there are no winners here, and that includes Dee Dee. She cares so much. She honestly does, and she's been in pieces.
Dee Dee, wait. But I'm sorry, all right?
Me too.
It's just Roy has been a constant in my life since I can't remember, and I can't bear the thought of him on his own in a prison cell. It's just all right.
Look, I'll do everything I can. Okay, everything. I understand if you want to find someone else.
No, we don't want that. I was just kicking off. I'm sorry, it wasn't your fault, all right?
Thank you for saying that. Has he called yet?
Not yet.
Then who's at the cafe?
Why?
Well, he'll have to call the number he knows. I assumed it'd be the landline at the cafe.
Nina? What's the emergency?
Just gonna speak to Roy, hopefully.
He's at the cafe. Bailed?
No. He was remanded. Come on.
So, you want to change your statement? Why?
I didn't tell you everything. Couldn't.
Okay, Bobby. Let's start from the beginning. Tell me what you need us to know.
I saw him. The man who took Lauren.
You saw who, Mr. Cropper?
No. Different man. Nothing like him.
And you're here because you want us to release Roy Cropper?
No. I hardly know him.
What was it you saw?
It was like I told you before. I went into Lauren's flat. I saw the bacon sandwich. I thought I was alone. And then, all of a sudden, this bloke came out the bedroom wearing a balaclava.
A bloke in a balaclava?
Yeah.
And you just forgot this detail?
I was scared. I asked him what he was doing there. Shouted it, I think, and he shoved me. He was strong. He stared down at me and said, if I told anyone I saw him, anyone, then Lauren was dead. He said, that's on you. On you.
He stared down at you?
Yeah.
What colour were his eyes?
Here. Hey, there's beer in the fridge, but this wine is all mine tonight.
Did you get older, Roy?
No. Nina did that thing to see you last called, and it was a withheld number, so we presume it was him, only... He gets one call, Bobby. And where were we? The pub.
You didn't know?
Sure, that's of a great comfort to him. There's some cold pizza there if you want it.
Oh, no, Tar.
Well, it would have been hot if you'd not kind of evaporated all of a sudden.
Took longer than expected at the police station.
What were you doing at the police station?
Giving him a lead. I told him I saw someone, Lauren's flat, on the night she disappeared.
You did what?
I gave a vague enough but detailed enough description of him. I just hope I won't wildly out.
Hang on. Bobby, you made up a murderer?
We don't know she's dead. The police should be out there.
Bobby!
I told them I tried to keep it a secret, but I came home and you could see I was upset. You asked if anything had happened. What? I can tell you the date and time I said I spoke to you if you like.
You brought me into it.
You want to see Roy free, don't you? And catch whoever did this?
Yes, of course I do, but...
Well, then back me to the police.
By lying, Bobby.
Do you want to see me locked up for making a false statement? No. So lie. For Roy's sake. And Lauren's. Bad news?
Oh. Well, I didn't think so at the time. It's just my phone showed me what I did 3 years ago.
I hate that. The other day, mine showed me a photo of a massive spider in my old shower. Jumped out my skin. Both times. Not exactly a precious memory.
Well, this should have been. It was my wedding day. I actually look happy. If only we'd known.
Just goes to show. Life's full of surprises, eh?
Well, it certainly is since you turned up.
I was only trying to help, Roy.
Yeah, well, let's see, shall we? I can't help thinking that if it was that easy to spring people out of prisons, they'd all be empty, wouldn't they?
Most people inside are guilty. Roy isn't. And neither am I, given the circumstances. I still say it was the right thing to do.
Well, I don't think Roy would agree with you. I hope he's coping.
Hello, Kim Jong-un's phone. Yeah. Sorry, Detective. It's me, obviously, not Kim. Yeah, of course. When? Today? Is it not something we can discuss over the... No. Okay. I'll see you in a bit.
Swain.
She wants to interview me again.
You can't tell me anything at all about this person except that it wasn't Mr. Cropper.
That's right. If it had been Roy, I'd have recognised him and remembered him, but I didn't, so it wasn't. It's not too hard to understand.
But you said he threatened you.
Yeah?
Yet nothing about him registered, not his build, his clothes, his features.
I was scared. I didn't want to make eye contact. I was thinking about getting away, not painting his portrait.
Look, this is a murder investigation, a serious matter.
I realise that.
Well, I'm not entirely sure you do, or you won't be messing me around like this. I know you live with your Auntie Carla, and I know she happens to be a long-time friend of Roy Cropper.
And? What's your point?
Well, when you told Carla what you'd seen, why didn't she advise you to report it?
I don't really remember.
I'm not at all surprised. Perverting the course of justice is a criminal offence and most often carries a custodial sentence. So before you say anything else, I should reflect on that very carefully.
So she did put the bite on you?
Yeah. Felt like Quint at the end of Jaws sliding down his deck. And she was at the bottom of the boat with her gob wide open, grinning.
But you survived?
Yeah, sort of.
Do you mean sort of?
Oh, she was relentless. She even mentioned you.
Me?
I think she was just trying to get in my head, but it was like she wouldn't back off unless I gave her something.
Why don't I like the sound of where this is going? What did you tell her?
Not much.
Bobby?
I told her I saw a bloke in a balaclava and a dark coat with a fur-trimmed hood. That's all.
That's all? You've just sent the entire police investigation down a blind alley.
They won't find Roy down there.
No, but they won't find anybody who actually did it either, will they?
I panicked. Swain wasn't buying that. I couldn't remember anything.
Doesn't matter whether she was buying it or not, does it? She couldn't prove that you didn't see someone. I thought you were going to stick to the story.
I did. Kind of. It's not like I told her I saw someone in a gold puffer with Adrian Childs' face on it.
Adrian Childs?
First name that popped into my head. Anyway, the point is there must be millions of dark coats with fur-trimmed hoods. So general, I might as well have said nothing.
So Roy's agreed I can visit him this afternoon.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Buck him up no end to see a friendly face.
Is that why you didn't go?
The only place, The only place that I want to see Roy is back behind that counter where he belongs.
Amen to that.
Ridiculous that they're still holding him.
Well, hopefully not for much longer. Not that I've changed my statement to the police.
You are? You've changed your statement?
Yeah. I've been racking my brains.
Which generally doesn't take long.
Anyway, I saw a fella running away from Lauren's flat. He was wearing a balaclava and he had a dark coat with a fur-trimmed hood, so I told the police, obviously.
Well, that doesn't really narrow things down.
Well, it narrows it down enough for maybe get Roy out on bail.
So why didn't you tell the coppers this before?
Yeah, I was scared. He was a big bloke. He said he'd kill Lauren if I told anyone anything.
Which is probably why we should keep this between ourselves, you know. Let the police get to the top and bottom of it.
Oh, no. You again?
We'd like you to come down to the station, Mr. Osborne. What for?
Good question. Has Max Turner been shooting his mouth off again?
No. But there has been a development in the Lauren Bolton investigation.
What kind of development?
We prefer to discuss that with Mr. Osborne. So if you'd be good enough to come with us, sir.
So let me get this straight. This is about an old coat.
Mr. Osborne matched the description of a masked male seen fleeing Lauren Bolton's flat on the day of her disappearance. The assailant wore a dark coat with a fur-trimmed hood.
And I used to have a dark coat with a fur-trimmed hood.
Can you confirm you donated a black Parker-style coat to the Gregory Pope Foundation charity shop on Weatherfield Precinct?
Yes, I did. Along with some kids' clothes and some books.
Sorry, you've already charged Roy Cropper.
The investigation is ongoing.
And I did have a dark coat with a fur-trimmed hood. Sorry, didn't mean that to sound so flippant. I do get why you're investigating this.
Can you confirm exactly how long you tutored Lauren Bolton?
Started in October last year, so going on 5 months.
And that was once a week?
Yep, once a week.
Once a week for 5 months, so around 20 sessions?
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to check to be sure, but...
How long were these sessions?
About an hour. I know, it sounds like a lot.
For free tuition?
But I was already teaching the GCSE syllabus at the STC, so honestly, it wasn't like it was much extra work.
Last time we talked, you mentioned you transferred some money to Lauren.
So she could register for her GCSEs.
Do you remember the amount?
About 100.
I had somewhere around £148.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Was it a gift or a loan?
I said it was a loan, but I knew she didn't have any money. I wasn't expecting her to pay me back.
Okay, so you gave up 20 hours of tutoring and gave her £148?
That's correct.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah. Of course. You like to arrest nice people, don't you? You got Roy Cropper banged up and he's literally the nicest man in the world.
Daniel.
It's Sorry. Yeah, she was a good kid. She needed some help. I was trying to be nice. I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to tell you how to do your job.
No, feel free.
But come on. Loads of people in Manchester have Parkers. Are you going to bring Liam Gallagher in next?
That's funny.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This whole thing is mad. Taking a coat to a charity shop isn't the behaviour of someone who's committed a crime. Is it? I'd have burnt it. Or thrown it in the canal.
You're currently living with Bethany Platt, is that right?
Well, she's got a key, so...
You're in a relationship.
That's right.
How did you meet?
She's a neighbour.
Sorry, how is this relevant?
Did you tutor Bethany?
No.
Help her in any way when she was starting a journalism career? Offer to read any articles?
Well, yeah, but...
And you did tutor Summer Spellman and were questioned about allegations of improper conduct.
Yes, but we've been over this. That was all sorted.
Yes. And I also know that the person who made those allegations ended up at the bottom of your stairs with a broken arm. So this isn't mad. You answering questions about all this, is it? When was the last time you saw Lauren Bolton before her disappearance on the 23rd of February?
You were being kind.
Yeah, but all kindness is viewed with suspicion now.
No, I shouldn't have got involved.
Are you talking about Lauren's case?
Took me back in for questioning. Again, because I'd given a black coat to a charity shop that met the description of one seen by someone leaving the flat.
They took you in because you had a similar coat?
They even knew that I'd offered to proofread your articles from right back when you first started.
Why does that matter?
I don't know. Somebody else I helped out. Someone younger than me. And blonde.
This is ridiculous.
Is it, though? Because that could be an MO to them.
He's right, it is ridiculous. And the more they investigate, the more they'll see that.
You'd hope so. Then I bet you said that to Roy, too, didn't you?
So, we're in agreement, then. It's the wrong thing to do.
You think?
But you've got to remember, I only did it to help Lauren and Roy.
Well, no, in fairness, you did this to keep them searching for who did it. Helping Roy was completely incidental.
Now you're splitting hairs.
Whatever reason you did this, Bobby, it was stupid.
It's wrong. I admit that, but there's no way Daniel's going to get the blame for this.
Anyway, dear Swain is called. Left me a voicemail. She wants to talk. Bobby, I think it's time.
No.
Roy is in prison, okay? And we can't let Daniel...
And that's where I'll end up if you tell him. Maybe that's what I deserve, but I still think this could help Roy.
No, it can't. Okay, Bobby, if you truly want to find out what happened to Lauren and get Roy out of there, then we have to take a page out of his book and just stop with the lying. Bobby, the police need to know the truth.
Okay. Let's go talk to him.
I'm sorry.
Hey!
I thought you'd be back ages ago.
There was no cab, so I had to walk flipping miles to a tram stop.
Why didn't you call me? Nina, what's wrong?
He didn't see me. He refused to leave his cell.
What?
Why would he do that?
Is he getting picked on or something?
The prison officer I spoke to didn't seem to think so. Says he's just shut down, not socialising, barely even speaking to the prison staff. He just shuts himself away in his cell, apparently.
And they got, like, a psychiatrist or someone who could check on him?
I don't think a quiet, well-behaved prisoner is exactly priority.
He might just be keeping his head down.
But why wouldn't you want to see me?
Don't worry, I'll sort it out. I'll get Dee Dee to look into it. Get a doctor or something.
I was hoping to see you.
Hey! Have you heard? Roy's so messed up by all of this, he's refusing to leave his cell.
Nina.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, of course you are.
Nina, I'll sort this.
Have you got a moment? I'd like to go over a couple of things.
Yeah. Bobby, go and make sure Nina gets home all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Flippin' heck. Don't you have a phone?
I thought we should do this face to face.
Did you tell him?
No.
No.
No, I backed up your story. Well, you heard Nina. If Roy shuts down like this, it means something's seriously wrong. And you were right. I mean, this is highly unlikely to stick to Daniel. But even if it does...
We stick to the story.
Even if it does, whatever happens, we look after Roy. I still can't believe that we've dragged Daniel into this.
Dee Dee reckons this Parker might get Roy out of prison.
You made it up.
So when were you going to tell me that you were threatened by whoever attacked Lauren?
I see. It's the talk of the wash house now, is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought we were working together on this.
Sorry I didn't tell you.
Go on, then. Who was it? Was it Daniel?
No, I don't think so. They were wearing a balaclava.
So it could have been Daniel?
No, I don't think it was him.
But if they were wearing a balaclava, how can you be sure?
He didn't see his face.
Well, I just can't believe you didn't tell me when you know how upset I've been.
Sorry. I was scared.
Well, anyway, Daniel's been taken in for questioning.
What? Well, you haven't got enough evidence to charge him, surely.
Well, not yet.
All right, this has got to stop. I've got to take a call. I'll be back at 1. Don't Sky.
It's DS Swain.
No, not again. I suppose you better let her in. This is insane. I've given a chapter and verse.
Hi. Glad I caught you at home. I've got a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
This is beginning to feel like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, you questioned him for hours yesterday. What more could you possibly need to know?
We should do this down at the station.
You know, this is beginning to look suspiciously like harassment. You've got a man in custody, and as much as it grieves me, given who it is, why are you still hounding me?
A young woman's lost her life. I'd have thought you'd want to help if you can.
Of course, I do, and I would if I could, but it's not like you've got any actual evidence, is it? What grounds have you got for taking me back in? Go on. It's not an unreasonable question to ask.
Yeah, let's hear it.
OK, if that's the way you want it. You were seen with 2 known sex workers today, one of whom you have a history with. We're really keen to hear what you've got to say about that.
Hiya. I saw Max earlier. He's kicking off. He gave Daniel a right gobful.
Oh, Max has got it in for him, that's all. Things went sour between them years ago.
I know Max is gutted about Lauren, but he really needs to stop raging at everyone. He wasn't happy when he found out it was Bobby who made that statement.
Nina, you did what I told you to keep that quiet. It's gossip like that that's made Roy's life a misery.
Sorry, but it was bound to find out sooner or later.
So did you speak to him, Roy?
Yeah, I told him the news. So there's a good chance he could get out on bail, but he didn't seem to take it in.
Oh, thing's a nightmare.
I think he's depressed. He's not his usual self at all.
Well, he'll be feeling dead isolated. He needs to get himself a mate inside, someone who's got his back.
Oh, yeah. Imagine Roy hanging out with some scary man mountain. Never gonna happen.
Hey, you never know. I got to know Sally in the slammer. I'm not saying she's a man mountain, obviously, but...
Sally who?
Then when I got out, I made her ex-husband. Just goes to show good things can come from bad.
Well, that's not gonna happen to Roy, is it? He didn't even leave his cell.
He's doing my head in. All of it. Honestly, I could cry.
Yeah, well, don't cry. Got to keep strong for Roy, haven't we? At least Dee Dee's giving him a glimmer of hope. That's got to keep his chin up for now, hasn't it?
Ooh, someone's home early. Time off for good behaviour, is it? Giving yourself an early dart?
I could say the same about you, although you look like you've been flopping around on that sofa for quite a while now.
I have been working very hard. I'm up to my elbows in it.
Since when does reading a magazine been classed as work?
May look to you as if I'm slacking, but my brain never stops worrying. Anyway, don't worry. I won't tell the boss you snuck off early. She's a right dragon.
Funny. Well, I did come home for some peace and quiet. But he's doing me head in, gassing about Daniel. Talk about give a dog a bad name.
I won't waste your sympathy on him. I'm starting to think he did it.
What? You've obviously had Max dripping poison in your ear. Listen, Max has just got it in for Daniel. It's as simple as that.
That's irrelevant. Things have moved on. Max has got actual evidence.
Pardon?
Me and Max saw Daniel with 2 sex workers in broad daylight.
Doing what exactly?
Well, talking, mostly.
Oh, talking? Well, you might as well lock him up and throw away the key then.
He hugged one of them. I mean, there was no snogging or handsy business, but there was definitely a bit of a cuddle. He looked dead suspicious. Max took loads of pictures and sent them on to the police.
Well, that is ridiculous. It's absolutely no proof of anything.
Swain doesn't seem to think so. She's all over it. Won't be long until Daniel's thrown in the slammer.
You need to back off, the pair of you. You're toxic together. Don't you think you've got Daniel in enough trouble as it is?
If you could, please, begin the application.
Your Honour, a new witness has come forward and made a statement to the police. He visited the home of Lauren Bolton, the missing woman, on the date of her disappearance. He has reported that the flat door was unlocked and upon gaining easy access to the property, was confronted by a man in a face covering who threatened him into silence. Although fearful for his safety, he has bravely come forward to give a description to the police. A physical description which is very clearly not Mr. Royston Cropper.
Are the police acting on this new information?
The police have made this man a suspect, and an active investigation into finding him is currently underway. There is also a reconstruction plan for the date of Ms. Bolton's disappearance.
Thank you.
This latest development casts doubt on the Crown's case, and it weakens the initial evidence of Mr. Cropper committing the offence. The defence are requesting he be released on bail to his home address, which is suitable for electronic monitoring. He has previously been bailed on curfew, a curfew he did not breach. He has ties to the local area, running a cafe which also serves as a hub to a very concerned and supportive community. Mr. Cropper is willing to fulfil all bail conditions, including surrendering his passport and reporting to the police station twice a week. I'd also like to add, I know Mr. Cropper in a personal capacity, and I can vouch for his good character. I'd like it put on record my appreciation of the timely manner the court has listed this second bail application. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Addis.
Is this it? Yeah. Decision time.
I would like to thank the defence for their arguments for bail. And I would also like to thank the Crown for their care in addressing the detail in Mr. Cropper's second bail application. I have noted that Mr. Cropper is still under investigation for assault, an offence committed whilst on bail, and a previous conviction for violence. And I have read the witness statement of Mr. Crawford, and it would seem from the Crown that the police have been unable to trace a male matching the description in the area at the time. Moreover, given the timing of the statement, and that Mr. Crawford, who has a close family connection to the defendant, only recently came forward despite this happening some weeks ago, the Crown argues that there are substantial grounds for believing that Mr. Cropper may engage in conduct that would, or would be likely to, cause a physical injury to another person. Therefore, given the serious nature of the offence, and it does not get more serious than murder, I am minded to refuse bail. The defendant will remain in custody until the next hearing.
Seeing him there today in court. Like, Roy in court. Sitting there in that box handcuffed like some criminal. He looks so tiny and lost. Like, what am I going to do if they don't let him home again?
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
He'll be home soon, I know it.
No, you don't know that, though. I mean, these things happen all the time, don't they? All these miscarriages of justice, people serving time in prison for something they haven't done. It's like Stu. Remember what happened to Stu?
Yeah. That won't happen to him.
But why not? It happened to him, so why not Roy? You can keep saying that over and over again, but it won't make it happen, will it?
Maybe not. But I've got to believe that it's going to be all right. We all have to.
Yeah, she's right. Keep the faith, love.
Hey. Oh, sorry, hang on a second. I heard about court. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. Dee?
I best be off. Yeah, look, I've got a million things to sort, but let's catch up in a bit. Yeah. Hey.
Hey. Did you manage to see him after court?
Not for long.
How'd he seem?
Well, you know, beforehand he was pretty optimistic that your statement might make a difference.
And after that, how was he then?
Truthfully?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty low, which is to be expected, but I don't know, it's like his mind was in overdrive or something.
How do you mean?
Well, he was completely lost in thought. You know, I could practically hear his brain wearing away.
And did he give you any idea what he was thinking about?
No. No, but whatever it is, it must be pretty serious.
There's your 0. Take a pew and I'll bring your hot pot over.
Ah, nice one, thank you. Oh, hi, sorry. Hey, we're sorry to hear about...
Yeah, I bet you are. Hey.
Oh, same again, is it, love?
Yeah. It's Roy. Hey, Roy.
Carla?
Hey. How you doing?
Where are you?
We're in the Rovers.
Who's there?
Well, there's a few of us, actually.
Is Bobby with you?
Yeah, Bobby and Nina, and we're just all so worried about you.
I'd like you to come and see me, please.
What? Yes, of course I can. When?
Well, now.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Is everything okay?
I need to ask you about something.
Okay, right. What is it you want to ask me?
I would prefer to see you in person.
Okay, fair enough.
It's about Bobby's statement.
Carla?
Bobby's statement? Yeah. Okay. I'll see you soon. Bye.
He knows, doesn't he? The way he looked at me in court. He knows.
I'm gonna have to go, then.
You've only just got him in.
I know, but the factory needs me, so...
To be fair, I best be back to the office and all.
Yeah, I should get going too.
Great, I'll am lonesome then.
No, I'll be fine. You just stay and keep Nina company, all right?
If you tell Roy that I made a false statement to the police, then...
And he'll tell everybody, I know.
And I'll be in trouble.
We'll both be in trouble, sunshine. See you later.
I've tried to be objective, examining the events that led to my arrest, subsequent charge, and well, I have to conclude that the evidence is quite compelling.
But you didn't do it.
No, but as I say, when one considers the evidence objectively, then I appear to be guilty. Oh, I have gone over and over the days leading to Lauren's disappearance, trying to find a key to unlock a memory that might lead to the real perpetrator. But thus far, all my efforts to recall anything of significance has been in vain. But then, I learned that Dee Dee is filing for a second bail application. And my spirits were raised. And this morning, with Bobby's statement to the police, I actually allowed myself to feel hopeful.
That you'd be released?
The police would now be on the right track. However, once the judge cast doubt on Bobby's statement, I too had to re-examine its validity. I looked across at him during the hearing, and though I'm not well practiced in reading how people are feeling, he did appear uncomfortable. Carla, please, to the best of your knowledge, has Bobby made a false statement to the police?
I'm so sorry. It was my idea. I was just so worried about you being here. You'd not left your cell. You were refusing visitors.
Your idea, Carla?
Yes.
Not sure I believe you.
Well, it was.
A false statement. Ill thought out. That's far more Bobby's character than yours.
Okay. All right. When he told me,
Which was after he'd been to the police rather than before, I presume.
When he told me, yes. I went up the wall with him. But please, Roy, know that he was only trying to help.
Well, he succeeded in doing the polar opposite.
Well, no. I mean, they had you in here, convinced that you were their man, and now...
Now? They're on the trail of a made-up suspect.
They're looking for someone.
The wrong someone.
But they're looking.
The police are wasting time looking for someone who doesn't exist.
Bobby will get in deep trouble because he's made up a false statement. And me, I'll be an accessory.
Well, now I know about it. I'm an accessory too.
Which just goes to show you can't say anything.
Look, if I don't, the real culprit might never be found.
If you do, we're gonna get done for this, all of us. Where are you going?
I'd like to go back to my cell now, please.
Well, we need to talk this through.
Oh, how are things?
How's things? Well, I've had better days, Bobby.
Me too. I had to drag Nina out of the pub, pour coffee down her throat. Fat lot of good it did, mind you. As I was leaving, said she was off up to her flat to open another bottle of wine.
What about Roy? Where did Roy fit into your day?
He knows, doesn't he? He knows about the statement.
Yes, of course he knows, Bobby. Have you any idea what harm you've done?
I was only trying to help.
Only trying to help? Yes, I know. I know you were, but newsflash, you didn't. You massively messed up. I'm sorry. It's just like... It was really tough seeing him in there like that, you know? He feels like he can't do anything. And I had to try and persuade him not to call the police to tell him what you did.
Did he agree?
No! No, he didn't, actually. Though he didn't actually say that he would call them. I know Roy. He won't want to get us into trouble, and he won't care about himself, but he'll want to do the right thing, Bobby. Good morning.
I wish it wasn't.
You read that bad.
I would say I'm never drinking again, but who am I kidding? Thanks for yesterday, by the way.
Yeah, of course. So, can you take it easy today, or what?
A bit, but I'm going to see Roy later.
Oh. All right. You will say hello from me and tell him I'm thinking about him.
Yeah, I will. Hopefully he'll give me some empathy with my head, even though it is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Now, just want to check he's okay.
Well, I'm sure he'll appreciate the visit, you know.
Yeah, even if my head is still banging. You haven't got any headache tablets, have you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate all you're doing to keep things ticking over.
Now, did you really ring about this place, or were you after some gossip? Because Beth let slip a very interesting little factoid the other day.
No,
Well, it was interesting to me anyway.
I was hoping to catch Nina. I was just wondering if she's still planning to visit later.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen her yet this morning, but... Oh, Carla's here. You can have a chat with her if you like.
Hi, Roy. Roy. Hello?
Oh, they haven't cut you off, have they?
No, must be a dodgy line.
Hey, do you want a coffee, you know, while you wait for them to ring back?
No, it's okay. I better go. What is it, Bobby?
Didn't want to disturb.
Worry, you're not disturbing me.
Made you a cup of tea, but I can't carry it. It was meant to make you feel better, but now you're going to have to get up and fetch it yourself. I didn't really think it through.
No. It's a nice thought. I'm sorry if I'm a bit off.
I get that you're worried.
I am worried.
Me too. His face is too pretty to go to jail. I reckon we're in the clear. If Roy had told them, Jules would be here by now.
You really need to stop calling her that.
I like her, really. Something in the way she gives a caution makes me go weaker at the knees than normal.
Look, Bobby, as much as I'd love to think you're right, you don't know Roy. I mean, he's incapable of lying. I mean, he absolutely always has to tell the truth.
This isn't lying, though. It's keeping quiet. He knows we did it for a good reason.
I'll go and fetch that tea. Nina, I got your message. What happened?
They've got him on a drip.
Well, how was he?
I don't know, they just found him lying there on the floor of his cell.
What? Has he been attacked or what?
I'm not sure, no one's telling me anything.
Have you been seeing?
Yeah, but it was asleep or unconscious, I don't know which.
Excuse me, do you know what happened here?
Sorry, love, you'll need to speak to a doctor.
Oh, when's the doctor coming back?
I've no idea.
Oh, this is hopeless. There's no nurses around or anything.
Right, I'm gonna go and find someone.
Okay. Excuse me, can I go and see him?
What's your name?
It's Carla. I should be on the prison visitors list.
Not anymore, you're not.
What?
You were removed yesterday.
Who by?
Hold on, there's a note. Roy Cropper.
Mrs. Barlow, I thought I might find you here.
Where else would I be?
I need a word.
What about?
There's just some things that are troubling me, that's all.
Oh, great. Do I need a solicitor?
That depends on what you're going to say.
What's all this about, then?
I had a call from Mr. Cropper yesterday.
Oh, well, good for you.
He sounded distressed.
Is it hardly surprising, bearing in mind everything you've done to him?
He said he had information that he wanted to discuss with me.
Yeah, and?
Well, I was on my way to see him when I heard he was in here.
Do you know what happened to him?
The doctor said he fainted.
Well, it's probably all the stress, isn't it, of everything?
Low blood sugar and dehydration.
Is it going to be all right? Do you know that?
Do you think so? You don't know what he wanted to tell me, do you?
No. Probably that you've locked up an innocent man, but you already know that, don't you?
We don't arrest people without cause.
Of course you don't.
His fingerprints were on that condom wrapper. He backtracked his story. The list goes on.
Yes, Swain. The prisoner's awake. Doctor says you can speak to him now.
Thanks. Well, let's see what Mr. Cropper's got for me then, shall we? How are you feeling, Mr. Cropper?
Tired.
Are you well enough to talk to me?
Yes, I think I am.
I can come back another time if you like.
No, I'm happy to do it now.
So what was this information you wanted to discuss with me? Ready whenever you are. Roy?
I just was wondering if there'd been any progress in the case.
You rang me for that?
You were the investigator in charge.
This might come as a surprise to you, but I tried to spend my time investigating, not updating my prime suspects on developments in the case against them.
I just want to know what happened to Lauren.
Well, next time ring your solicitor, or I'll charge you with wasting police time.
I apologise.
Dear Swain, terminating the interview.
So? Hey, I mean, what did he say?
Nothing. Reckons he wanted an update on the case.
Right, is that it?
Yeah, why? Were you expecting something else?
No, I just thought maybe he was suing you for wrongful arrest.
Funny.
Hey, can I go in and see him now?
You on the list?
She's not.
Then you can't go in.
Yeah, but it is a mistake.
Well, it's nothing to do with me. Ring the prison, they did the list.
Can't you do something?
Sorry. I've got more innocent people to arrest.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you at work?
Is your phone switched off?
Yes, Bobby, it's a hospital.
All right. Tried to call. What's happened?
He's not told the police.
So we're in the clear.
Be quiet, will you? There's a prison officer behind you. Anyway, don't look so smug about it. It's your fault we're in this mess in the first place.
Sorry.
Anyway, now Roy won't see me.
Even on his deathbed?
He's not dying, Bobby.
Well, you know what I mean.
I told you what he was like about lying, didn't I? Especially when it makes him an accessory to a crime.
I'll speak to him. I can sort this out. Mano a mano.
No, you won't.
I could try. Tell you what, I could use positive thoughts to influence him. Simon told me about the Institute.
The what?
This is brilliant. I watched all the videos online. It's this guy who reckons he can control the stock market just by using his brain power. How cool is that?
Amazing.
Hey.
How was it?
He's okay. Still a bit shaky, but he asked if you'd go and see him.
Hang on a second. Did I just...
No, you didn't.
The airwaves of a student radio show turned links up by local man Paul Foreman. He railed at the lack of support provided for people with disabilities. Following his on-air rant, listeners were inspired to set up a fundraising webpage, which currently stands at £850. Foreman of Weatherfield was diagnosed with MND last year. Let's hear what Paul had to say.
It's not even really about the disability, you know? It's about being human, having compassion. Do we really want...
Hey. How are you feeling?
Confused.
Yeah. Listen, you've got to stop looking after yourself. You've got to eat and drink. Roy, thank you for not saying anything about me and Bobby to Swain.
I'm still not certain that my choice was the correct one.
I know.
I don't think you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't persist with Bobby's lie.
Just thought I was doing the right thing at the time to protect him.
And now, I have failed to correct the situation. I am complicit in yours and Bobby's crime, as well as being partly responsible for the police's inability to find Lauren.
I honestly don't think it's going to make a difference to that.
Honestly? You bandy the word so casually. It's as if you didn't grasp the meaning of it.
What? Roy, come on, we've been through this.
Look, I've no wish for you or Bobby to be punished for what you've done.
Yeah, and we're grateful for that.
Nevertheless, your deceit is something that I cannot move past.
What are you saying?
I feel very uncomfortable. And I'd rather you didn't visit me again. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, this is the end of our friendship.
Roy, no, you don't mean that.
I'm afraid I do. Now I'd like you to go. I really need to rest.